بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Tafseer Saadi bin Abdul Rahman bin Nasir Saadi rahimahullah. We continue reading Soorah Yaseen from the verse 76. 77 يعني. أيوة. أولا يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خاسم مبين. نعم. وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهو رميم قل هي الذي أنشاها أول مرة وبكل خلاق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر أخضر النار فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر لا يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إن أمره إذا أراد شيئا يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون. Does man not see that we created him from a drop of semen, yet he becomes argumentative, able to express himself, producing argument against us and forgetting his own creation? He says, who can give life to bones that have crumbled to dust? Say, he who created them in the first place will give life to them, for he has full knowledge of every act of creation. It is he who produces fire for you out of the green trees with which you kindle your fires. Is not he who created the heavens and the earth able to create the like of them? Yes, indeed, for he is the creator of all, the all-knowing. He swears when he decrees a matter is merely to say it, be, and it is. So glory be the one in whose hand is the dominion over all things, and to him you will be brought back. This verse mentions the specious argument of those who deny the resurrection, and the most perfect response to it. It in the best and clearest manner. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, does man not see does man who denies the resurrection and does not see something that will give him complete assurance that the resurrection will indeed happen, namely the beginning of his own creation? From a drop of semen, after which he passes through stages one after another until he becomes a young man, and he becomes mature in thinking and reaches his peak. Yet he becomes argumentative, able to express himself after his beginning as a drop of semen. So let him see the difference between the two states, what he was and what he became, and let him realize that the one who created him from nothing is more able to recreate him after he has disintegrated and been scattered. Producing arguments against us that no one should produce because it is based on comparing the might and power of the Creator with the power of the created being, saying that what is impossible for the created being is also impossible for the Creator. Then Allah explains this argument further. Namely, that argumentative man says, who can give life to bones that have crumbled to dust? That is, will anyone revive them? This is a question by way of denial. In other words, no one will revive them after they have disintegrated and vanished. This special argument, which says that this is very unlikely because it's something that is beyond human capabilities, was produced by this person because of his hiddenness and because he forgot how his own creation began. Had he thought about how he was created after he had been nothing with the word mentioning, then he came to existence, he would not have come up with such an argument. In response to this view that the resurrection is unlikely, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave a perfect answer that settles the matter once and for all. As he said, he who created them in the first place will give life to them. As soon as a person thinks of it, he will realize with certainty, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that the one who created them in the first place is able to create them a second time, and that is easier for his power if one just thinks about it, for he has full knowledge of every act of creation. This is a second proof which is connected to the one of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for his knowledge encompasses all created beings in all circumstances at all times. He knows what the earth consumes of the bodies of the dead and what remains, and he knows the unseen and the seen. If a person affirms this great divine knowledge, he will realize that it is easy for the one who possesses this great knowledge to give life to the dead and bring them forth from their graves. Then Allah mentions another proof. It is he who produces fire for you out of the green trees, which you kindle for your fires. If he produces fire which is dry from the green trees, which are very damp and moist, even though their characters are diametrically opposed, then he is bringing forth of the dead from their graves is akin to that. Then he mentions a fourth proof. It is not he who created the heavens and the earth. Despite the immense vastness able to create the like of them, that is he not able to recreate them? Yes, indeed, he is able to do that, for creation of the heavens and the earth is greater than the creation of people. As for his the creator of all, the all-knowing, is the fifth proof. He is the creator of all and all created things. R and letters small and great are indicative of his creation and might. It is never too difficult for him to create anything that he wants to create. His creation of the dead is one of the aspects of his being the creator. Hence he says, he swear when he decrees a matter is merely to say to it, be and it is, that is immediately with no impediment. So glory be to the one innocent is the dominion over all things. This is the sixth point of evidence. The sovereign who controls all things and everything that dwells in the upper and lower realms belongs to him, and all other slaves who are subject to his control is running their affairs according to his divine decree and the decrees of his Sharia. Hence recreating them after they are dead in order to requite them is part of his perfect control. Hence he says, unto him you will be brought back without a doubt, because of the abundant and the definitive proof and evidences to that effect. So blessed be the one in whose hand, in whose word there is guidance, healing, and light. This is the end of the commentary of Soorah Yaseen. All praise and thanks are for Allah, and may the blessings and peace of Allah be upon Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his family, and his companions until the day of judgment.